Hiya, thanks for joining us. I just wanted to make this video just as it's almost like a present to everybody. It's a thank you gift. It will be the only video that I do for the foreseeable future. But I really thought it was important to get it out there. And I hope you enjoy it and maybe get some benefit out of it. So, if we go to it, over a year ago I introduced a new cipher on my channel, and it was the Fibonatria cipher. I uploaded that April 2018. Wow, it doesn't seem that long ago. That's like over a year and a half ago. It was very simple. It just came to me one day that the Fibonacci sequence, a lot like trigonal and squares cipher and the primes, it's based on existing mathematical rules. That's what those other ciphers are that you find on geometrinator.com. Based on existing mathematical laws, rules, however you want to describe it. I just decided to use the 12th Fibonacci, so it goes up to 144. There the Fibonacci's all the way along the top. The next column is the reduced, so it's the reduced version of the Fibonacci sequence. So for example, when you get to the double numbers, 13 becomes 4, 1 plus 3. 2 plus 1, 3 plus 4, 5 plus 5, 8 plus 9 is 17. That's when you reduce that again. 1 plus 7 is the 8. And 144, you add all those together and that is 9 anyway. I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, just do a bit of a reminder of that, because a lot of people looked at it and it got some good feedback, you know. 2 people took the decision to actually put a thumbs down on it, but there you go. No hard feelings on that. And I just wanted to do a very quick, kind of off the cuff in a way, example of how this cipher works. Feel free to obviously pause that, try a few words out yourself. You'll need a calculator, depending how big your word is and how many times you've got L or X in it and these kind of numbers, because that's when it starts getting a bit tricky with your adding. So I'm just going to pause it there just so I can get my pen and paper quickly ready. Okay, so very quick example then with the Fibonacci cipher. Time is the word I've chose, purely because we know every single thing is based around it. Everything that happens in a certain space, which is your square. That's the space. And then it happens at a certain time. And the time is the circle or the sphere, whatever, inside that space-time, yeah? Space and time. We only can see everything in 2D, 3D. We can't actually see in 3D because when you think about it, if that cube was in front of me, we can only see the flat surfaces of it. We can't see this side and we can't see that side without turning it around. You know what I mean? So in a way, everything is flat in our vision. It just has the illusion of 3D. Space-time itself is when you move into the 4th dimension and the 5th dimension. But I'm not going to overcomplicate it with this. So let's just go to time then and look at the Fibonacci cipher. This is going to just be the ordinal, so it's the top one, not the reduced. We'll do that in a second. T, we got 21. 21. I, we got 34. 34. M, we've got 1. So So we're adding all these together in a second. E, we've got 5. So let's quickly add all those together. 21 and 34 is 55. 56. 56 plus 5 is 61. If you'll remember, that's the age of the Roxette singer that died a month or two back, wasn't it? Lead singer of Roxette. 61 is the 18th prime number. I'm not going to get the example up. You should know anyway by now that that is the 18th prime. Please feel free to check that if you want. 18, of course, significant with the time and space prison matrix that we're in. It's 3 6s, isn't it? It's also 9 plus 9. We know that 9 times 11 is 99, the double 9. All sorts of links with 18th prime there. Also, you add the two together, you get 79. That's the 22nd prime. Do a little vertical of that. Oops, sorry. That column is 9, that column is 11. 9, 11. 79 is 22nd prime. 22 links to Kabbalah. There's 22 tarot paths that link the Kabbalah tree of life. Imagine that's the Kabbalah tree of life there. One very short example of time in the Fibonacria cipher. 61. Let's have a look at it in reduced then very quickly. So 3 for T, I is 7, M in reduced it's still 1 of course, E is 5 still. So in Fibonacci reduced, time equals 12, 13, 18. Is that right? 10, 11, sorry, 16. Maths is terrible, ironically. 3 plus 7, 10. Plus the 1, 11. Plus 5 is 16. That's 61 backwards, isn't it? Straight off. In ordinal it was 61. In reduced it's the backwards version. And we also know that's linked to time because it's 8 plus 8. 16 in reduced Fibonacci for time. Which links perfectly to what I'm now going to show everybody. With that 8, 8. But just before I do that, because I've just thought of something. In numerology, 6 is often referred to as man and 1 is God, which is why 6 plus 1, the 7, is perfection. So notice how you've got perfection there. Man plus God for 7 being perfection in both the reduced and the ordinal for Fibonacci. Some say that is perfection in nature and numbers, the way the Fibonacci sequence goes around in that spiral. Nature and numbers combining, hence the organic matrix that we all talk about. Ordinal plus the reduced gets you the 77, doesn't it? 61 plus 16. So 7 anyway, 77, adding the two together. That's pretty cool though. In reduced it's 8 plus 8. I'm now going to move on to the next part of the vid. Okay, so this is my gift to everybody. Now whether it's already been mentioned in the past, I don't know. It may have, but if it had, to be honest, it should have had a lot more traction and people should have been talking about it a hell of a lot more than, well, because I've not heard anyone talk about it. And it links in with what Zenith created, I think it was last year. But since unfortunately he deleted all his vids, I can't remember when he created or showed everybody the keypad cipher, which is the telephone version. We need to get this one on the gematrinator.com. So I'll try and link it onto his channel, Derek's. Maybe as well link it onto one of Zach's channels. I have to be honest, I've not watched any of their vids for a while now. But whether, I don't know, it might need some other higher influence than myself. Zenith of the Alpha, I'm talking to you, pal. But let's get behind it, see if we can get it on there. And it's the keyboard cipher. Again, it's been hidden in plain sight ever since the keyboard was created and given to us, the QWERTY system. It's very simple. It's just the order in which the letters on a keyboard are given to us. So again, it's a cipher based on a pre-existing rule stroke law. This one being the order in which keyboard letters are presented to us, starting from left to right, which is the obvious way to do it. So yeah, let's see if we can. Because I'm going to show in this part of the video just two examples, just two words, but it's purely how they link together, and in a way link to the Fibonacria cipher I've just showed. So, the QWERTY cipher, if we're going to call it QWERTY cipher. Let's try and just get this back into a better light system. 1 second, sorry. Okay, there we go, sorry about that. So, the law of the keyboard as it's presented to us, letters going along the top. Obviously it ends in 10, then carrying on in the order that's on the second line that's presented to us already. So again, I've not just made this up, I'm going on the law of the keyboard that's already there. Once it gets to Z, then moves down to X and finishes there with the M. 26 letters presented to us in that particular left to right sequence, going up into 1 to 26. If you wanted to use a reduced version for this cipher, it's very easy to do. You only just use that top line, 1 to 10. I'm choosing to use 10 as the number and not 1, purely because we've already got 1. So, that's the cipher. Again, feel free to pause that and start looking at your own words as well, see what patterns you find. And this is my starting point, and it has to be. It's not really worth just picking a random word out of nowhere to see what number came up. It's got to be significant to what we're talking about, which is a keyboard, okay? It's keyboard cipher. So I've chose keyboard as the obvious first word to look at a decode using this brand new cipher. So there's the numbers along the bottom. Again, feel free to just check that that's correct. I don't want to make this video too long, but you'll see that they are. Adding all those together, again, I've done the maths on this as well, so it's definitely correct. You can pause and check if it's wrong, and by all means tell me, but I have made 100% sure it isn't. Keyboard in ordinal QWERTY cipher is 88. Now I just showed the Fibonacria reduced for time was 16, so that links to that straight away, 88. Keyboard has a clear connection with time and that number we all know full and well of 88 in the ordinal. In the reduced, again, so I'm just going to make sure you understand how that works. K is the 8 because it's above that. E is 3, it's already 3 anyway. Y is the 6, it's already 6. B is 4. There you go, B is in that column there for the top line, 4 reduced. O is 9, it's already 9. A actually becomes 1 in this one. It's above that first one there, yeah. R is 4. Where's R again? It's already 4. D is 3, because it's above that top line. That's the reduced line there. Adding all those together, you get 38 in the reduced version of it. Again, reduced, very easy to use. It's that top line, 1 to 10, for the columns. And you'll notice there, I've done a little calculation, 88 and the 38. When you're adding them together, you notice it's in a little box there, because you've got a 3 there, and then how many 8s have you got? You've got 3. 3 8s, yeah? 1, 2, 3, you can see them. So it's got its own little clear little box thing going on there with the 3 8s. It is 3 8s when you're putting it in a block to add it. When you're only adding the vertical columns, again, you get 11 that side. 8 and 8 is 16. Reduce that to 1 plus 6. 7. The 11th of the 7th, not the 7th month. 7 we know is linked to September because it's Sept. That should be the 7th month. 117 has a 9/11 connection. September should be the 7th month. When you add it properly, you notice it's 126. 88 plus 38 is 126. 1 hour 26 minutes is 86 minutes. 60 for the hour, 86. August 6, again links to what Zenith of the Alpha talks a lot about. It's the 218th day. So it's got a 218 connection when you're adding the ordinal to the reduced and QWERTY. 218th day. Another connection with 126, 126 minutes, 2 hours and 6 minutes. You remove the 0, and you back to your 26 letters of the alphabet for the cipher itself. 26 letters, isn't there? So this is talking about 88 for the ordinal keyboard, 38 reduced. Showed how we add them together, you get a little 3/8 thing going on. Comes to 126 properly. 126 minutes, 206. 2 hours and 6 minutes, sorry. 26 letters of the alphabet. So, a couple of patterns already showed there. That's not really quite enough, is it, to convince you? Might be, but there's more. There always is more. So we started off naturally with what it is: keyboard, QWERTY keyboard, cipher, the order of the keyboard numbers as they're given to us. We found that it was 88 in the ordinal version of that cipher. 88 then, the word for 88, because that's what we got. It's following on naturally. I'm not just picking things out of nowhere and drawing my own pattern towards it. It's following on naturally from what's given, which is 88. Yeah, 88 then. Notice how that starts with 3/8 for EI, of course, in the cipher. 3 and I is 8. There's no coincidences in this at all. 3/8 there, 3/8 in that block. Also, keyboard, the last 2 letters of that, you'll notice it's pi backwards. 314, 4 plus 13. R, 4, D, 13. Look. Keyboard, last 2 letters are pi backwards. First 2 letters of 8 are EI, 3/8. We found that it's 3/8 in the reduced for keyboard. So again, they're the numbers for it. Add that to that, you get a nice even 100. Okay, 100. You'll notice there I included another Y. Why did I put that? Well, what does that look like to you, a Y? Flux capacitor, doesn't it? Linking into Back to the Future again with the 88. Flux capacitor looks just like a Y. There you go, flux capacitor, Back to the Future. I put that by accident actually when I was writing it. But then I realised, hang on, why did I put that? Oh, possibly because it looks like the flux capacitor. 88 is what we're talking about. Anyway, 88 then in QWERTY ordinal is 100. So let's connect the two together then. We already know it's 88 in ordinal. So we chose 88 word, comes to 100. 100 minus 88, the word itself, and the ordinal for keyboard, which is the cipher that it all starts from, gets you the time number 12. I don't need to explain again why 12 is the time number. I trust everyone realises that by now. 12 then, plus the 26 letters of this alphabet that we have for English. 38 again, so you 38. See how that works? Very simple on that. 100 plus 88 then is 188. Simple maths. 18 plus 8 is back to your 26 letters, of course, isn't it? 26 letters. 38 plus 26 is 64. Oh, it's your 88 again. See how that works? Again, it's pretty simple. 12 is where we got that from. We're not just picking these numbers out, they're connected, they're showing it as through the cipher. 12 plus 26 letters, 38. 18 plus 8 is 26 letters as well, when we've added those two together. 38 plus 26 letters, 64, 8 times 8. Right, and then also 188 minutes, obviously, it's 3 hours is 180, 3 sixes, 360. Sorry, 3 sixes are 18. 180 minutes, 3 hours of a clock, 3 times around the clock. You're left over with 8 minutes. That's where your 3/8 comes back in again with that time connection. All we did was add the ordinals together. Turning it into minutes discovers as the reduced 38. That is a massive example for me. I hope it does come across quite clear. You can't argue with it, can you? Just this bit here shows how it's all connected. With the words, the word of what the ordinal came to. That's all we've done. Then we added it together. 188 minutes, very simple. You get the reduced version. Reduced being that line there. That's massive for me, and in a way that should just confirm it, I think, to anyone that watches this. It has to, you can't argue with it. There's no coincidences, we know, with numbers. Possibly with anything in life. We also see now that's no coincidence, 64, adding 38 to the 26 letters. 8 times 8. 100 minus 88 is to 12. Plus the 26 letters, 38 again. 38. Incredible, huh? If you're not convinced by that, there's more. And there always is more. 38 then, clearly connection. It's already that in reduced. 3 hours 8 minutes is 188 minutes. Both ordinals put together for QWERTY cipher. March 8 then, third month, 8th day of it, is the 67th day. Show that very quickly. So in a normal year, March 8 is the 67th day, okay? '67th day, 6th prime, 7th Fibonacci links to Master of Time, 13. We've already found the 12, minusing those two together. Master of Time's always around. There it is, 13 with that one. 6 plus 7, of course. The 188th day, this is another massive example. 188 in this cipher. 188th day of this year, particularly this year, the leap year, is 6-7. Unbelievable. Let me just show you that. There you go. So 188th day is normally 7-7, July 7. Showed that at the beginning with the Fibonatria cipher, how we got 77. Normally it is July 7th, 188th day. But in a leap year, July 7th is the 189th. Which means this year, because it is the leap year, 188th day is the day before that, which is July 6th. July 6th, yeah? July 6th. I'm pretty sure that's Bush Jr.'s birthday. 188th day of the year. 188 is 6th of July. 67th day, normally, without a leap year, is the 3-8 connection. You want some more proof of this cipher? Okay, 1 second. That is, though, just quickly to confirm, George W. Bush Jr.'s birthday is 6th of July, 6-7. 6-7, 188th day of this year because of the leap system. 67th day, March 8th in a non-leap, 3-8. 188. 6-7. You wanted more, so there you go then. 366 days then of this leap year. Minus 188 gets you 178. Let's just show that so you know that that's real. 366 days this leap year. Minus 188. 178. Again, we're talking about 188 from there. Minus 188 from 366, you get 17.8. That's the day before, isn't it? Day before 18.8.